YouTubing. Do you have anything to say for the viewers?
Yeah, I didn't build this car, so if we get stuck, no.
George opening sunroofs on E36.
Yeah, balls.
Feeling very
Huge.
lucky. Feeling very lucky out here. Hello friends, currently at the airport. It's very calm right now, but it was a crazy mess to get here. Huge lines. The airport got a lot of money from the government during Corona, but they still laid off all the baggage handlers, the security people and all that stuff, so now they can't find anybody to do that. There's a huge amount of flight being cancelled. There's like hours, like 3-4 hours that you're waiting in a row to pass through security and check in and all that stuff. It's crazy, but we're gonna be in the air soon, hopefully. Fingers crossed, because there's like, if I look at the boards, like almost half the flights, this board behind me, almost half the flights are getting cancelled. So weird, but I need to make it to St. Louis for Formula Drift. You guys are coming along. Friend from New York. I'm in New York. When I'm in New York,
What's up?
I need to see my friend from New York.
Can I unplug this fucking piece of shit? That's probably okay. I don't know. You can't. Are you making a YouTube?
It's nice. Jordan picks me up in the car and said, "Oh, here's a seatbelt, bro." But look, there is a seatbelt, but
Yo, I put my wife in that seat.
you're fucking nuts. Like you want to get divorced or sued or something.
Some sort of grilled chicken or meat, something like that with vegetables.
Good morning from New York, LaGuardia Airport. I'm about ready to take a flight to St. Louis and be reunited with the team. Finally here in St. Louis. I lost count of all the airports I've been visiting in America for the past 2 years, but definitely a first for St. Louis. Looks really nice clean airport. Can't wait to see my team. Don't forget to take a look at our website as well, einsel.nl. We ship worldwide, of course, Wisefab, Feal Suspension, our own brand Einsel, gearboxes, quick change differentials, axles, all kinds of things. A lot of fabrication components, of course, air jacks, subframes for quick change, you name it. Drop us an email and we'll hook you up. How's it going, Rich?
Humid.
It's humid, that's the word.
One of Bonnie gets our step,
yeah.
gets us right into the trailer.
The word of the day is humid. Yes. Nice, the tires out here. Trailer's still getting a little more organization going on. Nice little spot. Mr. Farrar over there. My man Rai. And all the other competitors. Human Rahimi. Kelsey. Yeah. All the usual suspects are here. My buddy Ben Hobson, obviously. Good guy from Florida. Rich White Man. Rich White Man Sport. Freedom Motorsports helped our team out. Great effort over there. Blake Olson over here with the E92. Super cool car. Also brought some kind of E46. It looks really rad. Forsberg in the back, Ricky Hoffman, Steve Misko, Jack Davis, Knapik, Madison Bystrack, who is a local at E-Town, my boy Alex Jagger, Forsberg's new Z. That's my favorite Z up to date, like favorite modern Z. It looks really cool. Matt Field's team over here running multiple cars. Not only running the Corvette, but they're also running Matsuyama's S15 over here. That's how the car. This is a really sweet car. I know that like Olsen works with race cars for a living, so maybe they just brought this car because this is a huge facility. They're also into racing, so maybe they took it to shake it down or something. Matt Field's car, let's hope it doesn't get crashed into or anything. Here's the people to beat. Bakchis Racing, super cool team, one of my favorite teams. Approach everything really, really well.
I know, 5/8 on.
It's nightfall here in St. Louis. Eric and the guys just finished putting the dual belt setup on the car, something that we wanted to do before. It means that we run a separate belt for the supercharger because in the end we got the supercharger issues that we had before testing. We got that solved, but this is just a little bit more secure, and yeah, we can run a little higher boost. And it's just the one belt is a liability, and we had to make so many changes to the kit to make that single belt fit. That was like difficult to work on. It took like a huge amount of time to take stuff off. It took a huge amount of time to swap belts. So we're working with the dual belt setup now, yeah. So as you guys know, when we were building the car, if you look back at my videos, I'm always skeptical about superchargers, but in this case, sadly, my suspicions were confirmed. We're just happy that it never took us out of competition or took us out of practice or took us out of qualifying, but we were also never able to build like the amount of boost that we wanted to build with this motor. So yeah, we're going to build a little bit more boost. There's some changes to the track here, like the inner clip on the kind of like the hairpin right-hander turn. That's gone, so it's all outer zone now over there, which should be better for battles. Nobody's ever driven it before, so that's also an equalizer. And yeah, so let's hope for the best. Good morning, guys. I'm just the fucking seatbelt thing is popping off. Just woke up. It's about 7:45, and we have a track walk at 9, and then the pros are going to be practicing first, and we won't be on track until 2. It's really cool to see everybody again. Some guys made some cool changes to the car. Obviously it's the first time for us having RVs and not having an Airbnb, but staying at the track, which is obviously saving us a lot of time. So that's a really good idea. We just need to find out what the best setup is with what the RVs and all that stuff. And obviously it poses some other problems, like for instance laundry, which is the great thing about Airbnbs. It's very similar on Drift Weeks. Drift Week is all about making it to the next trek with your car. That's the prime objective, but we always say the secondary objective is trying to get your laundry done. So yeah, that's kind of the thing always with these trips. Like you're going from place to place, and obviously you want to stay fresh. you're working hard. It's usually very warm. It's the middle of summer. It's ridiculously hot over here. I don't know. Let's see. It's 8 in the morning. It's already 80 degrees Fahrenheit out here. So it's going to be a hot day. It was very damp yesterday, and the guys told me that yesterday was way colder than before. So even yesterday I was like, damn, this just feels like Florida. And this Missouri for you. I haven't been here a lot, but definitely like the vibe. The track is amazing. And as always, you guys are coming along.
What are you thinking, Rich?
It's like fun. Actually, doesn't look as intimidating as the other tracks that we've done so far. So hopefully we'll throw it down. Sure looks like a good Corvette track.
Yeah, it definitely looks like a Corvette track.
What's up, man? We are pitted up over here in St. Louis. We're pitted up next to my buddy Ben Hobson and Corey Teleska and the boys from Detroit. Nate and Eric are working hard on the car, getting the car ready to drive here for the first time. Obviously, we're working on a bunch of things, checking all kinds of things. Eric looks like he's doing plugs. As you guys can see, we changed the supercharger layout on the car. I'm going to be looking at the suspension settings, what I want to have in the car for this. Obviously, gear ratio. Looks like the track is going to work for us really well. I think it's a track that suits the Corvette pretty well, and really happy with the progress that we made on the car. See if it's actually going to allow us to run a little more boost and a little more reliability running a little more boost. First time we're actually having a hot pit, which is basically a pit that's not where your trailer is at. So it's a pit that's going to be close to the track. The track is behind there, right there actually. This is where we're going to be driving, and our trailer is over here. So we're moving all the stuff that we think we're going to need. Everything that we have in the pack house, the wheels and all this stuff goes in the back of the truck. Pack outs obviously all labeled and stuff, so we know exactly what's what. Catching a little ride with the guys from Detroit. Homie's got my back. So it's the end of practice. Some stuff. Obviously, we didn't have much time to make adjustments to the car because it was very busy. We did about 4 runs in or like 6 runs in about 2 hours of practice because it's just very busy and somebody went off track, shutting down the track. We made a couple changes, and what we're going to do right now for the qualifying is do a gear change. So we're changing the gears in the quick change. We're going a little bit shorter. I'm checking here with Nick on the logs. Richard needed to clutch kick a little bit, so we don't want to go shorter, but we definitely don't want to top out the motor. So we're looking in the log where the RPMs were the highest, so we're not going to be hitting the limiter because of the shorter gear. And Eric and Nate already put the gear in. Since you can't see the car from the hot pit, I watch from up here. After every lap, I talk to Rich and see how he feels about the car. It's important for me to see how the car behaves on track, because that's giving me inputs about how to change the suspension settings, the alignment, and also the gearing. The shorter you go with the gears, the more nervous the car is going to feel on the throttle inputs. So you need to be really mindful of that. It's not just a matter of ratio. If you have a shorter gear, you're obviously going to have more acceleration, but you're also going to have the risk of running into the limiter and needing to shift a little bit more. Richard managed to qualify, so really happy with that. If we had a little bit more time to dial in the car, I think it could have been a lot better. Every change that we made to the car made a pretty big improvement. So it's just one of those things where Richard is going to be at his best when the car is set up correctly. So basically all the laps that we need to set up the car are more difficult for him to get in the groove. So it's kind of like a chicken and an egg thing. But eventually, like I said, after about 10-15 laps, we got it all figured out and have the car running like we want to. Got in the show. There's a couple issues, one with the brake lines, and I guess Nick is working on the brake light thing right now. Probably.
Are you still holding them?
Brake lights didn't completely shut off or something. But we're in the show. It was a little bit of a scrappy run, as you guys have seen, but still a lot of guys zeroed out. Really big names. Need to do the bottom 8 qualifying, but we're in the show, so super happy with that. And yeah, it's like a recurring theme that we're really close on the qualifying. It wasn't a great score. Richard made a little downshift error, but people need to keep in mind that this was the qualifying run was his 5th run over here driving solo. He did 2 more runs chasing people, Kelsey and Brutsky, so it didn't really count. So it was like his 5th run here ever was a qualifying run. So, and we changed gears right before that, made the gear set shorter. So I'm happy, and I guess Rich is as well, and see what happens tomorrow.
We're in the show somehow.
And we're doing a driver's briefing-ish. Friend. So car's getting nut and bolt checked. We're making some changes to the Ackerman in this track. Let's see how that's going to work. It's going to be pretty easy. We have these Ackerman washers. You just change them out on the front suspension. That's them right there. So those washers come off, these washers go on, and it will change the Ackerman curve of the car.
What are we doing? Dehydrated.
What are we doing, Nate?
Setting up hot pits. We're setting up. We got actually an extra toolbox today, which is great.
There you are. How's the car?
What's up, man?
Like 25 minutes. Good? Good party?
Time for the battles, a little bit of warming up before the actual competition starts. And look at these amazing images that Larry Chen did for us. So obviously not super easy battling Evan Bogovic, who obviously has all the support from Audi, driving Audi's own car. Yeah, like I think Richard drove pretty well. He was, for the first time, was really aggressive on the weekend, which is what we want to see. But it just wasn't meant to be. We're getting better and better and better, but the thing with all this stuff is that Richard really needs to get comfortable to the track and to the car still a little bit, and we're still making changes to the setup of the car. Most of these teams have been here many times before, so for them they already start with like a different base setting, and we need like about 10 laps on every track to get a base setting, and then once the car is set up correctly, that's when Richard really can start getting comfortable. So for instance, it takes me the first 10 laps to get the car dialed in suspension wise, and we know a little bit what works, because you can't make too many changes at the same time. And then once the car is dialed, then it takes Rich another 5 to 10 laps to get completely comfortable with the car and really throw it the way they want to see. So that puts you on 20 laps, and it takes a little while, because even with a 2-hour practice session, sometimes you only get like anywhere between 5-6 laps out, because guys will crash and like motors will blow on track, and it's a little bit of downtime. So yeah, it takes us all the practice time, but we need to get to those 20 laps. And the good thing is that obviously we keep all the data, and when we come here back next, we're already at a good baseline setting. So sadly it ends for us in the top 32. I'm really happy with the team. We're growing really well with the team, and I'm proud of all the guys. I'm proud of how well the car responds to what we changed, because that's super important to me. You need a car that's adjustable, and this car definitely responds exactly to what we want to do. But as you can understand, it's also it's a learning process. It's new tracks, it's a new car. So yeah, thanks for coming along.
Congratulations. So Lindsay Bogovic sends this to our winner here at Rob Goodwin.
Leaving St. Louis, we had a great time over here. Can't wait to see everybody else again soon.